Most people think discipline is about pushing through stuff you hate, but true discipline is when your brain actually wants to do the hard stuff. By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact system to become a disciplined machine using something I call the breadcrumb method. But wait, how can you actually get addicted to something as boring as studying, working out, or sticking to a morning routine? Isn't addiction supposed to come from fun stuff like video games and sugar? Hold that thought, because the exact same brain wiring that makes you check your phone 97 times an hour can be hijacked. For real. Here's how it works. When I first tried to be disciplined, I made the same rookie mistake everyone makes. I aim for the Mount Everest version of discipline, like trying to do 75 hard even though I do no physical activity whatsoever. For those who don't know, 75 Hard is a free fitness program that consists of a few things, but the hardest part is 2 45-minute workouts a day. And guess what? I only made it to day 3. Your brain hates massive undefined tasks, so instead of climbing Everest, we need to shrink the mountain into tiny pebbles. Grab a pen and notebook. Okay, you got it? Now, draw some boxes or circles. Each box or circle equals 5 minutes of movement. That's your breadcrumb, whether it's push-ups, squats, or jogging in place. Apply this to whatever it is that you want to do. Now, here's where it gets sneaky. Every time you finish 5 minutes, check the box. That tiny check mark. It's the exact same dopamine hit your brain gets when you unlock a Call of Duty camo or when you get a message from your crush. It feels ridiculously good for something so small. Your brain is like, wait, this discipline thing feels nice. Let's do it again. Before you know it, 5 minutes turns into 10, 20, 30. You're racking up boxes like Pac-Man eating dots, and suddenly you're hooked. The trick is repetition. Each breadcrumb you collect makes the next one easier. Instead of discipline being this giant painful chore, it becomes a game you want to win. Think of it like tricking a toddler into eating vegetables by pretending broccoli is a dinosaur tree. At first, they're not actually into broccoli, they're into the story. But eventually, they start to associate that green lump with fun, curiosity, and even pride for eating the dinosaur forest. You're doing the same thing with your own habits. You're fooling yourself into loving what you used to hate. This is your brain literally rewiring itself. Every time you show up with that little mental trick, you're laying down new neural pathways. It's like carving a groove in your brain so that what once felt painful or impossible now feels natural, even enjoyable. That's why it works. You're not pretending. You're training. It's the same way athletes learn to crave practice or writers learn to crave the blank page. It's repetition and reward all fused together. So trust me, this stuff is legit, guys. But why does this method work better than motivation? Because real talk, most self-help advice is like giving someone a sword and saying, go fight the dragon. The breadcrumb method, on the other hand, makes the dragon tiny and then makes slaying dragons addictive. And if you think this only works for studying or working out, you're in for a treat. Stick around, because I'll show you how to use breadcrumbs to build habits in all areas of your life, including finances and even relationships. So why does your brain love breadcrumbs? Your brain is basically a lazy accountant. It doesn't care if you plan to work out for an hour. It only cares, did I get a reward for the effort I just put in? If the answer is yes, even for 5 minutes, it writes it down in the dopamine ledger ASAP. Do it enough times and suddenly the balance sheet says discipline equals pleasure. That's when you're 100% hooked. Think about the last time you tried to power through a big project with nothing but grit. It's like running your entire life off a phone that's stuck at 3% battery. Sure, you can squeeze out a few texts, check Instagram once, but the stress of knowing it's about to die drains you faster than the task itself. That's willpower. You can white knuckle your way through, but it burns out quick. The breadcrumb method is like having a portable charger plugged in the whole time. Every small win, checking one box, tops you back up. Instead of crashing, you keep getting little hits of energy. Suddenly, the work doesn't just feel doable, it feels addictive. That's why this works so much better than just push harder. With breadcrumbs, you're not relying on brute force. You're creating a loop of small victories that recharge you in real time. That's why you can go longer, feel better, and most importantly, actually want to show up again tomorrow. Here are some real life examples. Want to work out? Don't plan for 1 hour. Plan for 5 minutes of stretching. Breadcrumb 1, done. Suddenly you're already warmed up, and hey, maybe a set of push-ups sounds good. Breadcrumb 2, done. Before you know it, you've actually worked out. Pretty cool, right? Trying to fix your finances. Don't say, I'll save $10,000 this year. Say, I'll save $5 today. That's breadcrumb 1. $5 becomes 50, 50 becomes 500, and suddenly you're stacking cash like Warren Buffett at a garage sale. Even relationships, want to improve your social life? Don't start by saying, I'll become extroverted overnight. No. Text one friend. That's breadcrumb 1. Text 2. Breadcrumb 2. Next thing you know, you've got a full social calendar and people think you secretly cloned yourself. Now here's where it gets really wild. This method doesn't just make you disciplined for a day, it can rewire your identity long term. Because once your brain associates discipline with pleasure instead of pain, you stop asking, how do I force myself to do this? And start asking, how do I stop myself myself from overdoing it. That's when you know you've crossed the line. From discipline being a chore to discipline being your drug of choice. So here's today's challenge. Grab a notebook, draw 10 tiny boxes. Each one equals 5 minutes of focused work. Pick one thing you've been putting off, like working out, cleaning your room, building your side hustle. Do it for 5 minutes, check a box, then ask yourself, do I want another hit? Another hit of that and you're high on life. Trust me, nothing feels better. Do this once and you'll see how quickly the addiction forms. And if you want to protect yourself from the hidden traps that derail people, check out my video on the one choice that will ruin your next 5 years. Think of it as the warning label that school never gave you. Because let's be real, if you can build life-changing discipline in one day, you'd better make sure you're not secretly undoing it with one silent mistake. See you there.